Reddit, what's the worst thing you ever found out from a game of truth or dare? That being dared to pee on your friend and actually doing it ruins your friendship with them. This asshole I knew regularly jacks off in the pool I swim in every day, that if a room full of girls asks how big your dick is, you're pretty stupid to not take the invitation. I was pretty stupid. That I was the only one serious about streaking. Everyone freaked out. That I was the other woman, not in truth or dare, but a game of never have I ever. The question was about whether or not you've ever been involved in an affair. I said I hadn't, and my boyfriend at the time announced in front of everyone, yeah, you have. 2 years ago, when we broke up and got back together while I was with Carolyn. That was news to me. I remember her calling him a lot for weeks after we got back together, but he never answered and called her psycho. Ugh. That teabagging a sleeping person will result in them waking up and punching you in the ballsack. We played it at a family gathering once. It was my mom's turn, and being elderly she opted for a truth, for fear of her dare being physically rigorous. I laughed and said, okay, tell us a truth. She responded, you were a late-term abortion that survived. We don't play truth or dare at family gatherings anymore. That my friend had randomly decided to wear my underwear one day, had sex in them with another man, and had calmly returned and folded them into a pile of my clean underwear. When I asked him which ones, he asked me why I cared. I did a lot of laundry that night. We played the kind where everyone says the truth or everyone does the dare. The question was, have you ever been pregnant or gotten someone pregnant? We were 14. One of the guys in our group had gotten his girlfriend pregnant earlier that year. They had an abortion. The girl I had just played football with earlier that day had been forcefully raped and impregnated by a 19-year-old when she was 13. She was going to go through with the pregnancy, but had a miscarriage when she was 5 months along. Another girl said, I've never been pregnant, but I was raped too. The group wasn't that big. We just started talking after that. We had only just met each other, but that night we became very, very close. I found out one of my cousins used to watch and pet me in my sleep dreaming for some kind of eventual romantic relationship. On top of all this there were a number of creepy little things she liked to do as I slumbered blissfully away. The worst part is after someone jokingly mentioned the idea of cousins having a relationship in Japan being a socially acceptable thing, she legitimately asked, will you move to Japan with me? Not me, but someone dared my best friend at the time to drink a pea/Coke cocktail for $5 and he did it. He was saving up for a new bass guitar. In high school me and a group of my good friends used to go and party at our friend Sam's house when her older brother threw parties for his college friends. They were chill gatherings and typically our group would end up sleeping in a tent in the backyard. Sam lived on a golf course and had a nice-sized backyard. Well, we had done this a few times and our very tight group of friends is circled up in the downstairs room and in a share-everything mood as we start prodding each other. We all discovered that as about 8 of us were sleeping in a tent together that Lisa was masturbating in the corner because her boyfriend wouldn't finish her off because she was making too much noise. That night I learned way too much about all my high school friends' sex lives. That I was an accident.